Hi, hi. Hello.
Hi, I'm waiting for
Hi.
it to load. Oops,
Um,
we're getting
have
there.
you clicked the? Oh, okay. Because sometimes I know we had an issue where someone didn't have their camera actually turned on in the chat, and so like we were waiting for the avatar to load, and they just never turned on their cam.
It's like checking avatar data. How fun.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we might have to close the call and then restart it because that's been happening with all of the new updates. Sometimes it takes a while to like get the avatar into the call.
It's just loading. My phone
Okay.
takes forever because it's an amazing Android.
Hey, I'm Android. I love Android. I'm a Samsung
Well, it's
lady.
like an amazing $100 something Android.
Oh, yeah, don't know her. Don't know her. um,
Yeah. I wish I didn't, but you know.
that's okay. That's okay. So, hi hoy. We'll wait. But so just to give you an idea, I will because you said you
There we
were
go.
on like a time constraint. Oh, there we go. There we go. So I will try to like
We made it.
get it as fast as I can. All right. So, hi, it is Forbidden, and welcome to another reality
Hi.
user interview. We have today Virgil. Hi, Virgil. Virgil, say hi, hello to everybody
We
watching.
made it.
We made it.
Hello.
Woohoo! All right. So, first question is, who are you?
Well, I'm Virgil. I put the bombs in my name because I'm explosive personality.
Ooh, you're boombastic. Oh, that's cool though. I like the fact that that's your Oshi mark. That is the bomb. Um, So, how I've seen your art, so I know you do some art. So, what other type of content do you do?
Most of the time I'm just chatting. I'll like sometimes play games and all, but a lot of what I try to do is art and all of that because that's what I'm aiming for in my goals when I like become an adult and all that.
Okay. So you want to pursue art? Do you want to pursue art in like an independent way or in like a corporation working under somebody type of way with
I'm
art?
I'm planning for college.
Okay.
I'm not
Okay.
too positive exactly which type of animation I'll go into, but I was kind of
Oh, you're
hoping to
going.
work under Funimation.
Okay. So you're thinking animation. So not like graphic design or
Yeah.
anything, but you want us to go focus. Okay, animation. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I know a little bit about the art scene. My sister is a graphic designer and then like a freelance artist as well. And then like
Hmm.
I have other family members who have been in the arts. So that's really cool. So what made you want to pursue animation out of all of the different art styles?
So it's funny because I started when I was like 4. I wanted to be a veterinarian until I hit 11 and realized I couldn't handle seeing animals hurt. I was like, wait, actually, I can't look at animals when they're hurt. So I was like, well, then I guess my second best bet is what I've been doodling since I was like 3. Uh,
Mm.
I've actually my goal is to create an animation with my own story, voice acting, and original soundtrack because I also
What?
play violin and voice act.
You also play violin? You're also a violin player?
I do.
Oh my goodness,
I
violin is
have
one of
it
my
next
favorite
to me.
instruments to play. Oyosh, ayosh, ooh. Violin is one of my absolute favorite instruments to play. I haven't played my violin in so long though. That is so cool that you're so multifaceted. Um, so. Obviously, you are really big into like creating things. Are you a content creator on any other platform? Like, do you have any other media that you're on besides reality, or is this like your main
I
platform?
I used to be on Twitch every now and then. I'm planning on going back when I have a better computer,
Okay.
because mine right now can't really hold a stream very well.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have a YouTube that I just kind of, post whatever every now and then. Not
Okay.
not very serious posting anymore, but every now and then I'll post like I posted the animation I did as my final in class last year and
Ooh.
like a couple of things here and there.
That's fun though. That's exciting. That's exciting. I'm like wiggling my fingers like I'm an evil overlord right now because I'm like, ooh, what am I going to ask you? So by doing content on different platforms, do you think that has helped you with streaming on reality?
No, I feel like it's more so the other way. I feel like my streaming
Really?
on reality is the only way I get people on the other ones.
Okay,
Uh,
okay. Why? Why do you think that?
but I haven't taken any of this very seriously either because it wasn't a huge goal of mine to get like popular online at the moment
Mm-hmm,
either.
mm-hmm.
So even what I have now was very, very shocking to me.
Yeah, but that just shows how much people love you and like they love the content that you're making. Um, so why do you think that reality has actually helped you gain following on the other platforms?
So when I first started posting here and there on like YouTube and all, and I would mention it to my Discord or to like my streams in general, and then they
Mm-hmm.
would go check it out and wind up showing their friends at some point.
Oh, okay. So like it feeding into like so the people that are in your is it a public or a private Discord?
It's a public Discord.
Okay, so the people in your public Discord from here would then share like your content with other people?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So my question is, I know I get overwhelmed very easily. Does having a community Discord that is open, do you ever get overwhelmed with that?
Um, Definitely when I first started, because I created it myself and I like immediately had like all 30 people that I
Whew,
knew at the time just join, and I was like, that
that's a
was a
lot
bit
right
much.
off the
I had
top.
like two mods and like yeah, like some like when some trash people join or spam or whatever, and it's like
Mm.
my mods weren't online and then I was streaming, so I didn't see it.
So
And then
you
people
couldn't
come
see
in,
it,
they're like,
yeah.
you might want to go deal with your Discord real quick.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I've definitely had that. So what made you create a Discord?
I wasn't originally going to. When I first started streaming 2 years back, I was just
Two
like, I need a
years.
pastime because
Two
I was
years.
I
Oh my
was
goodness.
bored. I was bored. I was like, I need a pastime, and I
Mm-mm.
found reality through a YouTube ad, and I was
A
like,
YouTube.
might as
Okay,
well, because that's how I
can
find most of the things.
can I ask you? Do you remember what type of ad it was on YouTube?
No, it was too long
No, you're just
ago.
like I know
I
what
just
platform
remember
it was on. Well, and you're not the only one. A lot
I
of people
think
have
it
been saying
was,
that it's no, no, go, 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 go.
I think it was something like a create your own character thing, like kind of like the High Life, I think it is, or something ad.
Okay,
So.
okay. Yeah, no, because you're not the only one. Like this is actually becoming one of like my very frequent questions, like follow-up questions, because people will just offhandedly say, "Oh yeah, I found reality through an ad," and I'm like, "Oh, tell me more." Because in the reality community, people always complain about like the cringy ads, but obviously, if people are coming in because of the ads, then the ads are working regardless of how cringy they are. um,
Yeah.
so good job, marketing team. Good job. Okay. Um,
Hooray!
but yeah, so we talked about how you kind of use reality. We talked you had mentioned that you've been on here for 2 years. So Virgil, have you ever taken a hiatus?
Took a 10-month hiatus when I went back to high school because I needed to focus and tell how that was gonna hold up to
Mm-mm.
because it was my first time back in public school after the year and a half that I had been on here, but it was
Okay,
two
okay.
years total I hadn't been in public school. So I just was like, I'm going on break, and I was just unmotivated in general. So it wasn't
Mm-hmm.
something I was like I needed to keep up. It was something that I was like, maybe I just need to like stop for until I feel like getting back on it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's a good mentality to have. So, what made you come back?
Summer break, I got bored again.
No, no, I know that feeling. I know that feeling of like, oh, there's nothing to do. It's too hot to go outside. We're just gonna find something to do inside.
Yeah.
All right, so summer break
Well,
was.
especially because when I look at how in my schooling, I looked at how much I was on my phone, and it's like
Uh-huh.
during the school hours, it's like during school hours, which is 8 hour classes, like
Yeah,
not classes, but like 8 hours
but 8 hours
total.
of there,
I'm
yeah.
like 6 hours of my school, I'm on my phone.
Oh
Because like I would get
wow.
out of school, check my screen time, and it would be at 6.5 hours. And I'm like, I should do something about that.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So obviously you've come back. How long have you been back streaming? Is it just like the summer months? Since like June? Or
It's
has it been
been,
longer?
I think, 42 days.
42 days?
So,
Okay, okay. So like a month and a half? Month and a half? Am I?
yeah,
Okay. How has the
roughly
community changed?
mid-July.
Have you noticed any changes in the community since coming back?
Well, so coming back after 10 months, I found out Val had moved fully over to Twitch.
Okay.
Uh, RIP Val, although I did like her streams. Um, So yes, I found out Val had moved off of here. There was moderation now, which was not a thing when I when I was
Yep,
last on
yep.
here. They added the mod teams. And it's like, all right, we can actually have mods instead of telling somebody to mod for you when they couldn't do anything.
Mm-hmm,
Uh,
mm-hmm.
and then I mean, obviously, since I've been here, there have been a lot of changes as well, like them adding the categories and the rooms
Mm-hmm.
now. And I'm sure there's other things I missed that I just didn't
That
notice
you
because
just
I
didn't
didn't
register.
remember much.
Yeah, no, 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 that's fine, that's fine. So, how do you like the moderation feature? You're talking about now the fact that you don't have to be like, hey, can you watch chat for me? And then like have you flag me type of thing. Because I know that's what we did. We had I'd always have my Discord open,
Yeah.
and my friends would message me on Discord if there was anything coming up in my stream. But now the mod feature is here. So do you actively use it? Do you enjoy it?
I have a few mods, just the people who pass by a lot, hang out and chat like 24/7.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Um, and it works out pretty well, especially because I do like either sometimes I'll do sleep streams or I'll be like AFK for a
Oh,
couple of
okay.
hours like
Okay.
doing something.
Mm-hmm.
So it works out well in case somebody comes in and spams or something. My mods generally take care of it because I'll have my music running in the background and then just
Mm-hmm.
uh, leave.
They just oh my goodness. All right, all right. Um, so the new room feature did drop today. Have you had an opportunity to explore the rooms feature?
I did earlier. It was interesting. I don't like how we couldn't see the missions that we had to do in the room
Yeah,
from
yeah,
inside of the room.
yeah. The viewers
I
can
was
look at the
like, well,
missions
this is a little
list.
hard, but
Yeah, the viewers can look at the missions list, but the users cannot. I'm like, all right. But how did you enjoy it? Do you think you're going to use? Is this a function you're going to use now, or are you just going to stick to the radio, uh, the regular like? I said radio, didn't I? The regular booth slash studio.
you did.
English is
Well,
hard.
when I look at it, it's like it lags me a little bit. So it's a 50-50, but
Okay,
I do
okay.
like having a pink bed. I can appreciate having a pink bed.
Well, and I know you had mentioned that you did like
It's
AFK and sleep
definitely,
streams. So would you use it during that
yeah.
time? Okay, okay.
Yeah, I'd probably that's what the bed's there for me at least. I was saying, I don't know if you saw in the Discord, I was saying the whole time while we were waiting for it to come out, I can't wait to have a bed.
You were not the only person in the Discord who was saying that they could not wait for a bed. All I want is windows. I want pretty windows because I make pretty windows as a hobby. That's all I want. Oh, like what? And like I will literally give reality a real
We
stained
do
glass
love
window. I
pretty
will send
windows.
it. I will send it to Japan if I can get a virtual pretty window. that's that's my deal. I'm
Yes. I
negotiating here for
mean,
my pretty window.
you could take your pretty windows you could take your pretty windows IRL and sell them for the pretty windows in game.
I mean, I already do sad glass work. Um, so I'm getting sidetracked. I'm getting sidetracked. So okay, we talked about new features. We talked about moderation. We talked about how you have noticed some differences. Um, what advice do you have for someone who is just starting out as a streamer? And what advice do you wish you had when you first started?
So, for someone just starting out, it definitely, if you're planning on getting popular, try to
Mm.
befriend the higher popular ones already, because that's exactly how I started and how I gained popularity before I took my hiatus and
Mm,
trashed
mm.
it. I
Okay.
think the day I joined the same day as Ghost Eye, and like we became friends.
Okay. Okay.
And then I've been friends with Kasuga since I joined as well.
It is very
So
interesting to see how
definitely,
like different streamers grow and things like that. And like, obviously, we're not saying like just befriend people who have bigger followings just to friend them because they have big followings, so you can get a following. But you definitely can learn a lot from those
yeah.
people,
Well, I'm saying
obviously.
like make friends in general as
Yeah.
well. Like I've stuck with Kasu this whole time, not because he has followers, but because he's goofy and he's my friend.
Oh my goodness, is Katsu ever goofy? We love our Katsuga. Um, he's an
We
absolute
do.
riot. Um, Okay, so yeah, that's a good one. And then what advice would you give yourself just starting out? Like now that you've been through the process, what would you, if you could go back to your past self, what would you tell him?
Um, I think I would tell my past self not to worry about it so hard because I definitely overexerted myself and burned out in like the first few months.
Okay, okay. Well, that's a
I
really good
think
thing.
that hiatus may have not happened if I had just been more scheduled.
Okay, so that's another thing. So in streaming, like in streaming culture, a schedule is super important. Do you have a schedule?
No, I need one. Especially
Really?
with school starting back in a week. I'm like, I should figure out how I'm gonna do that, but I haven't. I'm
Oy,
not
oy, oy.
following the advice I would give my past self.
That's how advice tends to go, though. It's like, this is actually really good advice, but I'm just not going to follow it. I'm just gonna keep doing me.
It's like New Year's Eve, you make your New Year's resolution, follow it for a day, and then quit.
All right. Ooh, I don't know much about you and the event scene. So, is there something on reality that you would like to try that you haven't tried yet? Are you interested in the event scene? Well, let's start with that. Are you interested in the event scene at all on reality?
I I'm off and on. I pay attention every now and then, and it's hard for me to find my own schedules for stuff, especially because my family doesn't. So whenever something comes up, it's like when I tried to do the like the reality Q&A thing that was open
Mm-hmm,
or
mm-hmm.
whatever it was. I was like I like or the stage, that's what it was. I was like I would like to do that, but then my dad got me busy and he was like, "You'll be fine," and I couldn't do it.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay, okay. So, hmm. Is there like would you like to participate in something like the sticker event or the t-shirt or like the voice acting stuff? Because you had mentioned that you want to
I
eventually do
have
VA work.
participated in them before.
Okay.
Uh, I've I've participated in the sticker event and realized that I definitely don't have enough gifters in my stream to do a sticker event. Sadly, I am not Kasu. I But in the same respect, I also yell at people if they do gift me because I'm not like serious about streaming and all that. So I'm like, you're
Mm-hmm.
gifting it to somebody who might like may or may not leave at any given point.
Okay, okay. So you really don't hold like the grasp of like you could leave if you really wanted to. Like there's nothing really like keeping you bound to reality.
I mean, it's always gonna be like it would be a off and on thing if I ever did leave, just because
Okay, okay.
I do like reality and all that. It's just it's very easy to get demoralized, especially as school's starting back and view counts dropping.
Mm-hmm. um, okay, so this is going to be a really interesting question then. Do you consider yourself a VTuber?
I have everything it takes to be a VTuber other than a schedule and the morale.
So would you
So
want to be considered a
I'd
VTuber?
say I'm on the edge of it.
Okay, so you're on the edge. Um,
I'd say I'm
because
on the edge.
Because the thing is, like with reality, you don't have to consider yourself a VTuber to use the application. There's a lot of people who really don't participate in
Yeah.
events, or like they just put themselves in an event not because they're planning on winning anything, but because they feel bad that they get donations, they get gifted things, and it just goes to
I
waste.
definitely do that.
Yeah. And they use it more as a social engagement platform, which is perfectly fine. Like reality is whatever you decide to make it. So it is one of those. I feel like a lot of users on the reality feel like they have to be a VTuber to use the application. Um,
Yeah.
but they don't. Okay, okay. Here's my interesting one. How do you think your culture, your personal culture, affects your streaming and like affects the content that you produce?
I I wouldn't really say that I have much of a culture to actually say it affects anything.
Okay.
My family is very much like we don't really go into our culture or anything. Like I'm aware that I'm mostly Irish, but
Mhm.
it's I mean, other than the occasional joke and St. Patrick's Day, we don't really go into any of that.
Okay. Okay. Would you say maybe your generational culture plays an effect? Like, millennial, Gen Z, Alpha, Gen X. Do you think that might affect how you stream and the content that you produce?
I feel like I definitely because especially like in high school and all, I definitely take the Gen Z mindset of you know the poor taste and dark humor and all of that.
Oh, the dark humor. How we love thee.
We gotta love.
um,
Which I got my
okay.
dark humor from my dad, so I don't know.
So you've been on this account for 2 years. Is this your first reality account?
It is, I don't believe I've ever had another one. I do know quite a few people who have like their alts or like the ones they've lost or something, but
Yeah.
this is my one and only.
Yeah. Well, because I know like a lot of big streamers have an alt account before moderation happened. And so they could do dualies. So like when you stream on Twitch, you have multiple monitors. So one is for like watching your cam and then the other monitor watches
Hmm.
your chat. Would you ever consider doing something like that if you had the availability to have a second device watch your stream?
I have done where I've streamed on YouTube and put it onto my reality chat before.
Okay, okay.
So I
How
have done something like that.
Okay, how do you like using the YouTube function where you're able to do a YouTube live and bring it into reality?
It's good. It's a little laggy in places, and a couple of the videos don't work depending on the viewer's region. But it does do the job of me putting 5 minute crafts on in the background when I go to bed.
Okay, okay, so that's how you use it. Um, I'm like checking the list, making sure because I know I was trying to like go super quick, so we made it
Hmm.
in time for you. Um, yeah, I think that's everything. I think that is everything.
All right.
All right, thank you so much,
Nice. We,
Virgil.
we got through it a little quick.
Yes, we
It's nice
did.
talking to you, 4B.
It was so good talking to you. Thank you so much for interviewing with me. Arigato.
Of
Mwah.
course.
Oh
Yeah.
wait, I do have one more. No, I lied.
What do you
Do you
do?
have any last words? Do you have any
Good
last
night.
words? Do you have any last words for the people
Um,
watching?
the government's fake, the birds aren't real.
The visions work for the bourgeoisie. Alright, thank you so much. This time it is the end. I'm not lying this time. Alright, bye bye.